The qualities of a great leader. Quality number 12, the law of empowerment. The law of empowerment is amazing. And I've known a lot of leaders who are really good leaders in a lot of ways, but they don't know how to empower other people. So the only way they will be successful is if they're doing it. So they have to do it. And when you are the one who has to do it, you can only reach a certain level of, of skill, of success. You have to be able to up level your skill in order to move beyond that. So the law of empowerment says that basically so many of us are limited by our unwillingness to give up something. We're not willing to give it up because we want to hoard knowledge or skills to make sure we have job security. We make sure, we're resistant to change. We have lack of self-worth, or we have low self-esteem. We basically, empowerment is just to give us the means, the power, or the opportunity to do more. It gives other people the opportunity to do more. And in order to empower others, we have to first trust ourselves. And then we trust others to follow through managing the processes, the weekly strategy sessions, the one-on-ones, or whatever it is that you need to do in your business to make this happen. You know the things that are working and the things that are broken. And as now that you're starting to try to be more honest with yourself, you're going to see the things that are really broken that you've been trying to lie to yourself about all this time. And a lot of times the things that are broken are something about us. And that's okay, because guess what? Sometimes something needs to be taken apart in order to put it back together in a more beautiful way. I had a friend who was having a hard time recently this last week, about a week ago, and it was really, really hard thing. And I sent her a little, like, what do you call it? An animated meme, or an animated meme where in the picture, there's a picture of a single rose, and the rose is beautiful and put together. And all of a sudden the petals all fall off, and then they come back together in the shape of a heart. And I said that to her. I said, I am so proud of you. And I know you're going through hard stuff, and I know, you may feel like you're broken, but just remember that sometimes we need to be broken so that we can be taken apart and put back together in a way that's more beautiful than what was there before. So I want you to remember that, because we need to make sure that we are being that kind of person, doing those kinds of things. And we have to trust ourselves, and we have to perform the tasks. We have to take action. If you're not taking action, you are not going to progress. You're just not. So how do you empower other people? Number one, you develop a sense of trust. They have to learn to be able to trust you. And here we go. Do you notice some duplicates with this whole series of 21 skills of leadership? You develop a sense of trust. Number two, be authentic. Be yourself. Number three, listen to them. Listen to them the way we've been talking about, where you're listening so intently that you can't help but ask more questions, more than one more question, because you're so interested in what they're saying. Number four, understand them. Now, let me tell you why this is different, because when you listen to people, you can listen all you want, and that's interesting, and you know them better, but you may not understand what makes them tick. Understand their pains and their desires. If you can't tell me what they are sick and tired of, if you can't tell me what keeps them up at night because it's so painful to them, this worry or this concern or the thing that happened, and you can't tell me what those are, you don't understand them well enough. If you can't tell me on the opposite side, their desires, what are their desires? The things that are so exciting to them, that so they can hardly stand, they can't sleep at night because it's so exciting to them. If you can't tell me those, you don't know them well enough. You need to understand them. Number five, you need to provide necessary training. Whatever things they need to learn, the skills they need, either you provide the training. If you're not good enough at it yet, guess what? Invite them to this event. Invite them to different, whatever it is that you're doing, invite them to that. Find other people who teach that topic way better than you do and invite them to that. Make sure they are exposed to the training that they need. And don't be all arrogant and attitude of scarcity that you have to be their only trainer. Make sure you open the world up to them with anybody who can help them. Number six, provide constructive feedback. This is extremely important, and you need to be honest, but you also don't need to be unkind, and make sure that you use the communication equation, which is what I call it. I've coined that term. And what that is plus minus plus. Actually, I should say, honestly, one of my coaches coined that term as she was helping me through some stuff, and she called it that. I'm like, oh, that is brilliant. She's amazing. Ziada Golden. She's awesome. So, but you've got to provide constructive feedback. And number 7, accept the critique of others. You've got to accept critiques, because a lot of times we get so busy training and helping the people we're trying to help and doing the things we're trying to do in our business that we forget that people are trying to like give us feedback. And if we, number one, if we don't accept critiques from other people, they'll stop giving us critiques. And do you know what a critique is? Absolutely a free opportunity for you to make your business better. And some of the lessons I've learned have cost a lot of money. You guys, I made a mistake in my business because of a communication. I didn't communicate properly. It cost me $50,000, and I'm not exaggerating. You guys, I will take a free lesson any day. So feedback, take that feedback and have it mean something. Okay. But don't let it beat yourself up either. All right. So what about the 3 things that you're choosing? Look at those 7 things we just talked about under this topic and make sure that as you are like trying to live the law of empowerment, trying to empower your people better, are these 7 things, are any of these one of those 3 that you're going to pick throughout this series? So let's talk about this powerful thing that John Maxwell has done in figuring out these leadership qualities, because you can look all over the internet and find information about leadership qualities, but John Maxwell nailed it. He nailed it. And it is amazing. And you guys, we are rule breakers. We are not going to live by the status quo. We're not just going to keep doing what everyone else is doing, making excuses, having reasons why we're not successful. We're not that. That's why we're here. We are not that. That's why you're here watching me teach this, because you are better than that. And you have got it in you to be a successful, amazing leader.